All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we have seen quite the meta, haven't we, Huddy? Who so far do you think is 100% pick ban?
Mariel and Wraith? Mariel, Wraith, Severog possibly up there too? Mariel, Wraith,
Severog, Grux, Revenant 100%. Murdoch is there. So, I mean, we're going to have to see. And here it is. I mean, Mariel ban right off the bat here for Archon. Really, she is the answer to this current high burst follow-up meta. And really, that's what these high skill players are able to do, and that is why that's banned. There's the Wraith ban. Archon going straight out of the gates with Rampage. So, I mean, maybe they are telling their hand, telling their play here by not going for somebody like Severog, as we just saw, or Kwong, or Grux, even Murdoch or Revenant, who are very, very strong. So I think Archon, that Rampage is a safety pick, to be honest with you. Severog and Kwong, those are the two I would say that are right at the top of getting picked. For a team, they are the strongest, followed by Revenant. There you go, and Grux. So, I mean, Archon just going through with it. Rampage does have a very, very, very strong place in the meta. He has a great ton of damage with, obviously, his Boulder, his Stomp, whatever that's called. I'm forgetting it now, and his King of the Jungle. So I mean, with his ultimate, his incredible sustain, it goes really, really well, especially with a Tyrant, which is pretty much ubiquitous. And there you go. So really strong front line here for Archon. Revenant is going to do a ton of work in whatever lane he has been, because we have seen him in the mid lane, Huddy, doing work as well there. So his Revenant likely on the other side.
His burst is just so incredibly high. He's tough to deal with, and with that root on the ultimate, it just makes it not fun to play against him. There's no other way to say it besides that.
Wow, he basically can confirm any engagement. I mean, like, if you're within the influence range of, a Revenant, you're basically dead if they are accurate, especially if the Revenant's fed. Asura Rage coming out with the Fae, likely in the mid lane. Very, very strong mid laner. We have basically, I think she is also 100% pick ban, to be honest with you. It's just that harassment, the damage output, obviously the utility on the ultimate is fantastic. And combining that with the Decker, I mean, that's going to be really, really strong for Asura Rage, especially in contesting those objectives that are so important, as we've seen so far. Crunch is a bit of a different pick here in this tournament so far. He's very strong. I mean, he has
is that right, a Crunch followed support?
By a Recrunch. Who? I think, Huddy, I think it's a Grux support, to be honest with you.
Crunch support.
I think it's a Grux support. Morgesh in the mid lane. Crunch in the solo lane of Rampage in the jungle. This is a very different support here. Support from the Grux, but very different composition that we're seeing here from Archon. The Morgesh is really interesting, and Drongo coming again for Asura Rage. We saw that last game, the very last game that we cast. Drongo, his red routes actually killed somebody.
Hey. Let it go. Let the past be in the past.
Let the past.
Let it go.
But, I mean, he did work. It really did. They did well. Asura Rage did well with that Drongo. And I forget who the support was, but I think it was actually Decker, and he actually worked. So, I mean, I would say Archon definitely probably has a stronger of the pick, especially with the Rampage, Grux, Crunch amount of CC. You know,
it'll be interesting.
It's going to work well.
It'll be interesting because it's a non-traditional draft with Archon, right? With the non-traditional support against a more traditional meta pick, Asura Rage, right? I mean, a little tale of two different teams here, two different drafts. We'll see how it works out. I'm at 7 seconds in game.
I'm at 7.
And we will go in 3, 2, 1, and we are live, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, first game of day 2 here at Paragon Major League. 11. Hopefully you guys were tuned in yesterday. It was really quite
a show.
The show. It really was. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. On the left, we have Archon, Arsenic on Morgesh in the mid lane. J Leo looks like, I think it is support Rampage. So I was indeed incorrect. It is support Rampage, not choosing to utilize the regen in the jungle. But I mean, I think Grux maybe arguably has a better gank potential. So I think that does indeed kind of even out. Reflect is in the solo lane with Crunch, Meds, with the Grux in the jungle. Imps on Revenant in the duo lane. You fell Oz, Asura Rage on the right as Drongo, Cranky Trash Can on Decker, High to You on Huang, Ninja on the Fae, and Moxplode as Severog. What do you think, Huddy? How's a Fae against a Morgesh going to work?
Well, their whole story is they're enemies, right? They hate each other. Honestly, I think they're pretty balanced counters for each other. The auto click, the auto lock on for Morgesh with the ticking ability against the extra poke from Ninja. I think it's a fair matchup. I really do. I think they're great counters to each other.
I think Ninja here going with Living Guardian is an interesting choice instead of a Exoskeleton. Maybe saying maybe is an indicator of no growth in the deck so far. Arsenic going with Tower Strider, which I find very interesting, probably to actually deal with the high amount of poke that he wants to do, using that mana, going back to base, recharging, and then coming back super quick. So I think that is telling what Arsenic wants to do here as Morgesh in the mid lane. And actually, chat, please let us know in chat if you would like me to refer to these heroes as their player names or as their heroes. Just let us know there in chat.
Do me a quick favor, Herc or one of our admins, put up a straw poll. Make it easy for us. Put up a straw poll, throw it in chat for us. He's fantastic. Yep, Faye definitely has the early advantage, but again, Morgesh, once you get to it's going all kinds of trouble. And Moxplode was able to take him out with that Siphon, getting those 3 stacks just like that. We missed the early game gank, jumped over just a little late as it's starting off early and often, which we do like about this new meta. 3 minutes in, 1 death already.
Yep. You know what? It was really quite interesting because Archon had the ward advantage. So, I mean, I may have been just a little bit of miscommunication there, little lapse of attention on Imsko's part as J Leo was well retreated. So first kill of the game goes to Serve Rage. Really, it's just going to mean an extra 1,000 or so gold, and that's exactly what we see in the gold so far. Not going to really say too much. High to You with the Possessed Bryken coming out as Reflect on Crunch. Maybe going for that as well. He's growth, we know that, but we don't know if he is death.
Farm early, very even. Lanes all pretty even, minus that 1 kill right there. But we do see Moxplode rotating over right now. They have the ward, they know he's there, and they back off, and everyone resets. It's going to take Archon a little longer to scale up with their full Rampage support. All right, the poll is up, guys. Make sure you vote on what you guys want, and we'll take those results and try to stick to it the best we can. So let me ask you, Sylvan. Faye Morgan. Faye has early game, right? She has all that extra damage, that extra poke. But I feel once Morgas gets that level 5, her ability to jump in and out starts to give her the slight advantage. And then I really feel that they counter each other well. I feel that they both have almost the same amount of damage. Morgus has the global ult and the ticking ability where Faye has to be on top of you. So I think it kind of washes out, right? A little bit?
I would agree. You know, the Fae has the ability to poke from afar, and which brings down Arsenic down to, you know, lower health, but Arsenic can just kind of convert that Morgesh kit into some good amount of burst damage. And, you know, if Arsenic can indeed get some harassment on Ninja, maybe that can equal a kill. But you know what? Ninja with that Possessed Bryken, Arsenic with it as well. I mean, it's going to be really tough. It's just going to come down to who can outperform the other and who can win that solo, that mid lane.
Because it's not about the first 5-10 minutes of the game. It's that 15-minute mark is where it really starts to matter. That's where the team fights start coming in. That's where the snowball effect starts running. So you give a little, you get a little. That's the thing. And Morgus has to be in trouble right now. Arsenic and Faye's waiting for us. You can get that combo in with an invisible Severog Moxplode. That would be an instant death Arsenic. And Spidey sends Stingling, backs off.
Yeah, the ward advantage is in Asura Rage, so, I mean, Arsenic, indeed. I mean, he can't see anything, so I think he just knows. He knows something is there. The Fae was not on the map, Ninja, so, I mean, really smart play, good spider senses. I would be right up there with the tower and get insta-ganked, I'm sure, but no, his Spidey senses are going, and I think Ninja knows that as well. He's playing a little bit safer here. I'm surprised he's not harassing Arsenic too much here. I mean, Possessed Bryken does kind of hinder both of these mid laners pretty darn hard. So it's going to be more about who can just simply push the wave and then who can just simply rotate and make some kills. It's been a pretty quiet 6-minute game, buddy.
We had that first kill at about 2.5 minutes, and then everyone's just farming, and it almost looks like the Archon's content with waiting for that late game, waiting for Morgus to get her damage up, waiting for Ramp to get the level 2 stun and the slow, so then he can really start to combo well with Revenant. Excuse me, I just got to plug in my headphones.
It's interesting because they have, each lane has answered Possessed Spryken with Possessed Spryken. Nobody's taking any risks and not going for it and waiting for that late game. They're simply going for those Possessed Sprykens.
Oh, Reflex could be in a little bit of trouble. Subjugate, it's not. Crunch not going to have to turn to one. It is a 2-on-1, but the rotation is there. Here they go. Crunch likes to punch it. He's turning it around. There's that extra CC with that slightly height. You's going to go down as well. Meds and Reflex turned the bait into a rebait and took it back and got everything they wanted and more. That extra slight boost to Crunch, adding the extra stun to his uppercut. Oh my goodness.
There was definitely a misplay on High-To-Use, on Moxplode's part there. The Sword of the Heavens, the Judgment of the Heavens, was unfortunately not utilized. Moxplode used his Colossal Blow to knock Reflect out of the sword. So unfortunately, that would have gone so much better for Asura Rage if that didn't happen. So unfortunately, that does give 2 kills back to Archon, where it's 2-1 now in their favor. I mean, really, it's not going to say too much. We're at 37-9 versus 36-6 in the gold department. It just comes down to who's going to really get that strong advantage and push it hard first, and that is going to lead into Fangtooth, maybe into a second tower, and it's from there whether the other team can respond. It's going to be up to these players. I want to say Archon was like this ruthless machine in the previous game.
Woo! They were seeing the strength of the Fae going in right now. Smashing grab by Meds, going down as Cranky Trask is absolutely obliterated. And so Faye and Cranky and Jay Leo traded with each other. It's that Meds is not finished with them yet. Going high to you. Oh my goodness, look at the ultimate by Meds, and then we see the global ult by Arson coming in, killing them, rotating over right now. They're not done. High to use in trouble by himself. Reflex, all he has to do is hit him with SCC. There it is, another one dead. With a change of events, Ninja is now running for his life. Let's follow Reflect, and they back off. Wowzers.
Great job on Archon's part, focusing the important members where Asura Rage wasn't quite able to. They kind of let Arsenic confirm the kill there. That may have changed that around, but otherwise I think Archon kind of really outperformed that. And in this, they are 2 kills up now, although unfortunately that didn't convert into any siege advantage or anything else. So still Fangtooth here. The 9-minute Fangtooth that was pretty much down to the T in other matches is left
untouched.
Alone.
Yep, untouched.
Fangtooth is he's happy just standing here. Who knows?
Ninja down to about 30-40% mana. Arsenic full mana. Got to be a little careful. But Arsenic did just use that global ult to secure a kill, as Faye used her ult to secure a kill also. So mid laners trading 1 for 1 on that combination there.
Nothing too interesting. I'm fond of experience here on J Leo with the Protective Sentry. Really, this could be a Muriel for all we know instead of a Rampage, but taking a look at the deck. So really good play on his part to keep relevant in the hero experience department. Even though Cranky Trashcan doesn't have the fond of experience and is level 5 as well.
All right, they want player
coming out here for the mid lane meds with the smash and grab. Almost deletes Ninja, and absolutely does with a fantastic Morgat confirmation as well. So there is a strong gank leading into the very first advantage for Archon, and they are indeed capitalizing on it, wanting to go for Fangtooth here. Can they grab it uncontested? There are 2 flames here for Asura Rage. Can they do it?
I think Moxie stole it.
I think so?
I think the subject came in and stole it. I have no way to really tell. And the goal is dead even.
Yeah, so you know what? With the kill deficit, I think he got it. I think he got it. That was a Fangtooth steal here from. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we can't actually tell if who got what Fangtooth. So with the gold and basically even 51-9 versus 51-6, and the kills down, I'm gonna have to say, yeah, Sir Rage got that, Huddy.
Well played, nice steal there, and took down another tower on the other side of on the map. Archon goes in, opens up the map a little bit, get a little breathing room, so now they can start to rotate, maybe get them in. J Leo will start to bounce around a little bit. But, wow, nice steal. Great job. Very well played by Moxplode. Very well.
I think Asura Rage knows what they have to do to stay in this game against Archon's ruthless machine, which is what I called them earlier. Yesterday, I got this feeling like they just clicked, which is super surprising, as they're only a week old, really, essentially. But they clicked. They knew what to do, and they were just ruthless. Whereas Oxygen, we saw, was like this very methodical, calculating machine, and it's really interesting to watch difference here in this match.
Well, Mox could be in a little bit of trouble. I do have a replay bug on Meds. I thought he was almost dead, but obviously he's not. This ain't J Leo fighting just outside the jungle, taking all kinds of damage. Coming back. Oh, Met! I didn't even see High to You. We got a bunch of replay, but High to You was invisible for me. I did not see him in the jungle there. Makes sense on why the invasion's happening. Mid lane now open, outside lane, dual lane now open. Reflex starting to impose their will a little bit on the map. They know where they have map advantage. And I'm going to take this opportunity to fix some of these replay bugs. Zolfin, 1 second.
All right, tell me where you are.
I am at 14:05.
Of course, always a couple seconds ahead of me. I don't know, I swear my replay system's different. All right, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go.
Alrighty, so very unfortunate rotation there from High to You, going straight through his own jungle, but I mean, he ran straight into a foursome. So that is 2 towers down almost in the blink of an eye over the past 3 minutes, essentially. All of a sudden, Archon has that advantage. Look at this. In 3 minutes, the deficit is now 13,000 gold for Asura Rage. Just like that. 7 and 3 for Archon as well. I mean, How did this happen, Eddie?
Maybe they did not get the steal on Fangtooth. That's the only thing I can think of. It's not that much of a deficit otherwise. The farm looks pretty even across the board for last hits. I don't see a huge discrepancy. And the kills I don't think add up to be that much. So maybe they did not get that steal.
Oh, indeed. Yeah.
We'll check right here. Hold on. 74,000. Yeah, they stayed at 74,000. So the Asura did not get that steal. So now it's 2-0. But Asura went and took Orb Prime. Why? Archon got that second thing to it. So they have the movement speed going in right now. Cranky Crash Can throwing the zoning just to try to clone him down. They were able to kill someone. Meds does get subjugated. Moxie Blood, everyone just kind of back off. I think Faye's dead, depending on how it's showing her just a figure on my map here. Interesting. Archon pushing Asura back, even though Asura has Prime. They have that extra 20 damage right now.
They got the easy pick here on Ninja. Unfortunately, overextended in the mid lane, not expecting all of Archon to be there. And now Archon is pushing that advantage, that one-man advantage, while Ninja does come back here. A crazy replay bug. I have no idea if she's even here or not. She must be. Oh, there she is. Okay.
She's coming
nope, she is coming.
Woo! Oh, he's seeing the power of Arsenic's global ult right there. Was able to grab him as he was trying to get away. Severog had no chance. Moxie Plot, again, jump pads down. Archon starting to impose their will a little bit now. I think we saw this yesterday when they played, who were they playing? Where it was close for the first 12, that first phase of the game, the first 12 minutes of the game. And then all of a sudden they started to pull away. You saw the experience coming in.
I think that is what we're seeing here. Maybe a wee bit of super early game rustiness, or morning cobwebs to get out of the system. But now Archon is in full force. That ruthless machine, like I've been saying, is there, and it just clicks. It just works. You've seen easy kills translated into tier 1 picks, into very smart Fangtooth grabs, and now that we've gotten some replay bugs, maybe indeed they did actually get that Fangtooth and not Asura Rage. And even though Asura Rage got Orb Prime, which was a fantastic read on their part,
yep,
it just one bad positioning on Ninja's part kind of gave Archon that tier 2 tower.
And a huge map advantage. All pressure is going to be constantly on Asura's Rage now, as all their T1s are down, and none of them are down for Archon. So they're going to be able, that support in mid lane are going to be able to rotate wherever they want now, just to constantly give them more pressure and an advantage on the map. Because simply, they have more space to do so.
J. Leo still with Malik's Grace and Font of Experience. Maybe a replay bug when he does have wards, but Malik's Grace health on Rampage only adds to his damage, and of course his tankiness, as long as that supporting nature with the shield yourself. So I'm loving this Rampage support.
Moxie Blow misses the subjugate here. High to you going in, and Mads was waiting for him to rock the big D from J. Leo. And now, Faye using her ultimate, pulling everyone in. The needle's going up, doing as much damage as they can. Reflect the side in the back off. J. Leo going in. He's in the jungle as Rampage. That Rad Rounds was able to put up, but you felt it goes down. Meds was able to go in there. It's like having two junglers. Now Meds backing off. Ninja backing off right now. Nice job again by Archon. They're going to go, look, they group up and they're going for the objective. Playing the MOBA game, as the words of my colleague loves to say here, Sylphin. Objectives, objectives, objectives.
And pushing advantages. Reaping the rewards for your efforts is kind of what any game is about. Any competition, any platform, that is what it is. As you can see, Archon is like, no, we want an inhibitor here at the 19-minute mark.
Reflect low on health, uses his ult just to try to get away, to put the space between him and the rest of the team. And then they all back off, and I'm... Fangtooth, maybe? No, they're resetting and getting all new cards.
Yep. We, so far here, Guard, Piercer, and Veil Stepper coming out for Insco. He's incredibly farmed, so maybe a replay bug. I mean, Veil Stepper, fantastic sustain, almost that of a Possessed Sprykin, except it's not cursed, while giving you power, basic armor, and obviously that amazing passive there. Guard Piercer, exactly what you want on Revenant. It just enables him to actually see the true damage.
They got to be careful how they're going after Fing 2. I think that's the right play to make, but missing the something I was asking for, we're not going to be able to tell who got this one. No clue whatsoever, but I will tell you what's going to happen. Archon's going to win this team fight as their ability to just single targets 1-1. You fell left to be by themselves. That is a complete team wipe with an inhib down. They're going to go right for mid, secure the second inhib, and possibly may be able to end here. It'll be pretty close. I think they should be able to, though.
You honestly, to me, the most impressive part of that entire engagement was Meds with Unbroken Spirit, Tyrant that's likely maxed out, and a Growth Totem. Yeah, it's probably only at 10 stacks right now or less, but that 26,000 gold over the enemy's 18,000, 19,000 max was tremendous. He just basically walked straight up to the back line, smash and grab, and that was the engagement.
Let's do a little -10, +10 here at the end to get a look at the end build so you can go over that real quick.
There was game one, ladies and gentlemen, between Asura Rage and Archon. Archon taking that pretty darn decisively there as soon as that 11-12 minute mark happened. So very quick look at the deck here. Meds going really nice combination of damage on the Tyrant. Remember, guys, the math is insane on Tyrant, especially at max stacks, plus Unbroken Spirit for the CC on the enemy team, and that good mitigation of ability damage. The next is Reflect here, numbing Rogue, as he is providing that form of tankiness for the rest of his team, and Arcane Dancer on J. Leo to mitigate that burst and provide power and health, exactly what he needs, along with the Lamp Lighter. Arsenic Amplification Engineer, oh my goodness, there's no way Severog or Kwang would be able to survive with that, especially Arsenic converting the Morgesh's kit. Tireless Reaper, just a great card so that she can actually have some mana sustain, even though she does have the mana fountain. Wound Seeker and Guard Piercer, making him even deal more truer damage. Only thing is that once they are critically wounded, basically the armor pen goes to waste. But still, I mean, that is a fantastic combination of cards here on Revenant for Imsco. Enemy team here looks like the Fae have the same idea as Arsenic. Amplification Engineer.
Yep, exactly.
Max Float is exactly like Meds. So I mean, really,